Hello and welcome to Computology Academy, and today we are going to discuss about the welfare scheme that has been launched by Government of India recently, and this scheme is abbreviated as SMILE, that is laughing, smile, happiness. And this is the scheme to bring the happiness on the face of these marginalized people. You might be filled up with sympathy with these figures, that these are the people who are forced to beg to ensure their livelihood and to ensure that they get the food. And that is why the Government of India has launched this scheme. And here the scheme SMILE stands for support for the marginalized individuals for livelihood and enterprise. So as we know, the marginalized individuals are those individuals who are unable to ensure their livelihood by their own income. They are not in a position to generate that much of income so that they will be in position to purchase the food or ensure a household for themselves, and that is why they are forced to beg. And that is why this scheme has been launched, to ensure that these people will be in position to generate their own livelihood, and they may get engaged in some kind of business, some kind of work, whatever it is, in whatever thing they will be capable of later on after getting rescued and after getting rehabilitated. So this is a central sector scheme that is sponsored by the Government of India, and here it will work under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, right? And here this scheme has two wings, two sub schemes, and this scheme will ensure the welfare of the transgender community people and the beggars. Mainly the transgender community people are also forced to go for begging, as they are unable to get good education, they are unable to get good employment. So such kind of situations go on with them, and that is why they are mostly forced to beg. And the beggars are as it is, they are unable to get the education, they are unable to get the employment, and that is why they are forced to beg. And here the situation is such that some of the beggars are begging by their will, and some of the beggars are forced to do so, coerced to do so, and mainly the child beggars are forced to beg because they have got trapped in the begging nexus. Begging mafias are controlling these childs by bringing such childs in the begging industry through child trafficking, and that is why here it is needed to rescue them, right? So let us know something about the scheme. Here there are 5 major points which should be kept in mind if you are going to appear for the Civil Services Prelims exam UPSC 2022, and in any other civil services exam like state PCS etc. You may need such informations, right? So first of all, the necessary protection will be provided to such people, as the begging is a criminal offense in India. And time and again it is being said that this would be decriminalized, but till now there is no such step has been taken. But here the legal protection will be provided to such kind of beggars who are coerced to beg, who are forced to beg, or those people who are forced to beg because of the circumstances. They are begging willfully by their own, nobody is forcing them, but the circumstances are such that they are forced to beg. They are unable to get employed, they are unable to ensure their own livelihood, and because of that they are forced to beg. Next is ensuring the social security of such people. Social security means ensuring their livelihood, ensuring their health needs, ensuring their food needs. So such kind of social securities will be provided through the PDS system, through the Pradhan Mantri Jai Yojana etc. So various things will be there which will support their social security, and thereafter ensuring their secured life. In this sense, it makes clear that they will be provided such kind of skill or such kind of employment or such kind of education through which they will get employed, so that they will be in a position to secure their own life. They will be in position to live a secured life by ensuring that they will generate their livelihood by their own. They will not be dependent on any other person, right? And the allocation for this scheme is 365 crore rupees, and this program will be for 5 years. It will be implemented for 5 years, and the target is that after this there might not be the need to implement such kind of programs, because they are targeting that within this time period they will ensure that all the begging people and the transgender peoples get rehabilitated. And whatever will happen we will see later on, but this program is going to be implemented from the year 2021-22 to the year 2025-26, right? And now this scheme is having two subparts. First one will ensure the welfare of the transgender people, transgender persons, and these peoples are discriminated very much. Even though now the forms, application forms and various employment forms are having a column of third gender, right? Then also they are getting discriminated. They're getting discriminated by the society. Now the government has stopped discriminating against them. Even they were not discriminating with them earlier also, but there was no such column to mark that these are third gender people. So these things had been ensured by the Supreme Court verdict. But nowadays even also these people are getting discriminated by the people itself. In the schools they are getting discriminated, in the colleges they are getting discriminated, even if they get the employment, then in the offices they are getting discriminated. They are pointed out, they are marked that these are the transgenders. So this thing should be stopped. First of all, the people, the society needs to change its mindset, its mentality. When does this is the fault of these people that they are transgenders? Not at all. These people are transgender because of the will of God, not by their own will. So what is the crime that is involved in it that these people should be penalized, these people should be discriminated? So it is completely unethical, and the people need to change their mindset. They are human being. They are human being. What is the question? If they are not male or female, does it is their fault? Not at all. So here one wing will be, one sub scheme will be focused on the transgenders rehabilitation, and next scheme is, next sub part is the persons who are engaged in the begging act, right? So these people are also marginalized people, by whether by will or whether by force. So the next scheme will be focusing on rehabilitating those people who are engaged in begging, and through ensuring their livelihood, through ensuring their skill development, through ensuring their education, and through ensuring their employment, these things will be done. So let us see the schemes separately. First one is comprehensive rehabilitation for the welfare of the transgenders. So here this scheme has first point as the scholarship for the transgender students, and in this scheme the scholarship will be provided from class 9th till post graduation level. Whoever the transgender students are willing to study till that level, they will get the scholarship through this scheme. And before class 9th, it is already under the RT, Right to Education Act, so no need to worry about that. Thereafter, skill development and livelihood skills will be provided to them through PM Daksh Yojana. This is already a skill development scheme that is going on for various sections of the society, and in this itself those educated transgenders will be assimilated who are willing to get some skill and later on to get employed, right? Thereafter, a comprehensive medical health scheme is there, and this composite comprehensive medical health scheme will provide them the fund if they need any kind of gender related surgery. After the examination they will be provided these funds for surgery. Thereafter, housing for the transgenders in the form of garima gri. Garima in Hindi is the word which relates to in English as self-respect. And here these houses will provide them, garima gri, the self-respect homes, these will provide them better nutritious foods, better shelter, better education, recreational facilities, educational facilities, medical health care facilities, various things will be there, and for that matter they will not have to beg. And later on they will be completely transformed people. After getting the education they will get employed. So this is a self-respect house, that is garimagri, where they don't need to beg to ensure their day-to-day needs and day-to-day livelihood, and that is why it is named as Garimagri. Thereafter, provision for the transgender protection cell. This is a very important thing, because most of the time what happens, various offenses are committed against the transgenders, but they are unable to file their complaint. Many a times the complaints are not being registered, and in that case what will happen, these transgender protection cells will be at state level, and the transgenders can complain there, and their complaint will be registered and the remedies will be provided. So this will ensure their protection, and thereafter various e-services like advertisement etc will be provided to them, as well as other welfare measures will be taken for them, so that if some transgenders are engaged in some kind of business where they need the support, e-services support, then they will be provided with that also. Next is the comprehensive rehabilitation for the beggars. Here again the beggars will be surveyed and identified. Survey and identification will be done for the beggars. Who are the beggars in different regions, why they are begging, whether they are by force begging or they are begging by their will, if they are coerced or not, whether they have got entangled in some kind of nexus, begging nexus. So such kind of things will be identified and surveyed, and thereafter rehabilitation measures according to the need will be initiated, and the mobilization will also be done. Here what will happen, here the beggars who are not having any kind of shelter or the household, they will be mobilized to the shelter homes like ran baseras etc. And next is rescue to the shelter home. Rescue to the shelter home is the plan for those beggars, like those beggars who are children and who have got to this begging nexus, got trapped in this nexus because of child trafficking. So such kind of children's, beggar children's will be identified, they will be rescued, and they will be brought back to the shelter homes where they will be provided with the education and other needs, right? And next is comprehensive resettlement. In the comprehensive resettlement program, same thing is there, that they will be provided with education, they will be provided with the skills, they will be provided with some kind of funding also to ensure that they start their own business or they get employed, whatever is their willingness according to their skill, these things will be provided. So this is a very good scheme, and if implemented in letter and spirit, then it will ensure a better livelihood and a respectable life to the beggars as well as the transgenders also. And here the special focus is being put on the transgender community, because most of the time we see that at the traffic signal, at the trains as well as railway stations, wherever you find a crowd, there these peoples are begging to ensure their livelihood, and they are begging because they are not getting education, they are not getting employment, and that is why they are forced to do so. Otherwise, who is willing to beg? Nobody is willing to beg. It completely crushes down their morale, their self-respect, and that is why this scheme was a very needed thing. And last but not the least, I would like to inform you all that the Computerology Academy has announced the UPSC Civil Services Foundation course batch for the UPSC Civil Services exam 2023, and those students who want to prepare for the UPSC Civil Services exam religiously, they can enroll to the course. The courses are going to start on 28th of March, and this will be an offline course where the pre-comes main syllabus will be covered holistically. And for further details, get in touch with us on our mobile and WhatsApp number. You can also get in touch with us on our landline number, and you can go through the syllabus and the other details that is available on our website, that is www.computerology.com. You can also follow us on our social media handles, that is Facebook and Instagram, and this is our Telegram handle. And do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you very much and have a nice day.